Hey everyone, my name is Ndhlovu and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use AI tools like Gemini and Claude, help you be able to boost your productivity. Okay, so I'm going to open up my browser. My browser of choice is Edge. I really like Edge because it has a chat bot feature that allows me to use it as a personal assistant. I've got another video where I show you how to use this. So let's start with Gemini. I've already pre-typed these. Now Gemini is Google's AI chatbot. Okay, it's a lot more than that, but it's Google's AI, multimodal AI chatbot that will allow you to create content, do research, so on and so forth. And then we also have Claude, which is by Anthropic. It's their chatbot and it helps you do the same range of tasks. In this video, we're not going to cover everything they do, but I'm going to help you discover specific ways in which you can train them to help you do specific things, basically creating little personal assistants. Okay. So let's start with Google's Gemini. So they have what are called gems. Okay. So these gems, basically what they are is they give you the ability to put instructions into the AI that's going to help you perform certain tasks in certain ways. So you can help it think the way you think or process things the way you process, so on and so forth. So as you can see, there's two ways of creating gems. I'm not going to focus on this new version. I'm going to focus on the old version. The new version is a little bit complicated, so we're going to skip that. We're going to use the older versions. So as you can see, I've got a couple of gems here. I've got one that helps me with devotion creation. I've got one that helps me with blogs. I've got one that helps me with LinkedIn posts, so on and so forth. Basically, you can create a gem for anything. So today, let's create a gem that will help us be able to understand certain topics. So recently I started a web development course, a full stack web development course with the app Brewery. And it's quite difficult. Like there's a lot of concepts that I try to grasp on this course. So I often find myself using this buddy over here to help me process all the information I'm learning. But let's say I want something that will help me not only break down the concepts step by step, but something that will quiz me, help me with flashcards, so on and so forth. That's what we're going to use this gem for. So let's click on new gem and let's give the gem a name. Let's say my favorite tutor. Okay, so this is just a gem name I'll give it, and then we'll give it a description and say this gem will help me with my research and my studies. Okay, simple, easy. Okay, so now in this instructions, what can I say? The instruction area, this is where we'll put all our instructions. Okay, so we're going to create instructions. So what I'm going to do is I have a document opened on my other screen and I'm basically going to copy and paste. Actually, let me just show you. So as you can see, this is the instructions I have for the gem. And what I'm going to do is ask ChatGPT, or rather a Copilot, to help me refine this prompt. So I already have something for that here. So I'm going to say copy, paste, and then I'm going to create some space, open that again, and then I'm going to add that in there. So basically, I'm telling it to refine the prompt that I'm giving it to help me create a gem so it knows. Maybe we could say a Google gem or Claude skill, okay? And then it will produce that for me. So it will help me just refine this, make sure it's basically more readable for the AI. So I'm going to click enter, and basically it gives me that refined gem. There we go. So there we go. Role, you are a highly experienced tutor who specializes in making complicated topics simple and relatable. Then it will say the guidelines for the gem, then give the tone. Okay, so I'm going to simply copy this and then paste that in there. Okay, so we do that. What you can do with these is create a you can add like references. So if there's a document you want to reference from, so let's say you want to translate documents, you can create a translator, put your documents there and have it translate. Or if you've got a source of information, let's say you want to create a chatbot that is going to answer frequently asked questions for your business, you can create that there. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And then you could also pick a default tool. Is it going to use deep research, VO, create images and stuff? So if it's a creative gem, you could use that. But I'm just going to keep it at no default tool because it's going to be mainly text-based. So I'm going to input stuff and then it's going to output stuff. So if I'm happy with that, I can then say save. Okay. As you can see, these are the different models that it will use. Well, you can switch them for it to help you. Again, you could also use your microphone to speak into it if that's something that you want, but I'm more of a typer still. So I'm going to say save. And shortly you will find that it will create the gem, which is one you could share, but we're going to start a chat. Okay, so like I said, I've been doing web development and I want to understand how, let's say, the difference between the old way of creating variables. So the var equals versus let equals. Okay, so let's say, please explain to me in simple terms what the difference is between var and let when creating variables. Also, something that's been bugging me is something called modulo. I think it's modular. Also, help me understand what modulo is and where it is used. Please share examples. I might speed up these typing things. Okay, then when I'm ready, I can choose my model. As you can see, Thinking Pro, but usually fast does quite well. I can add other additional information if I want, and then click enter. So as you can see, hello, I'm thrilled to help you untangle these concepts. As you can see, it starts to help me learn these things. So var, let, the tale of two containers. In JavaScript, both var, let are used to store information about the different rules of conduct. Var, the living room, it gives me an example. Let, it gives me an example. And then, like, for example, I learned that var is an old way and it's very difficult because it causes a lot of errors, whereas let is more new. So you could use let and in conjunction with const if you don't want the variable to change, so on and so forth. So it will see, it says all these things, then it will say modulo, what modulo does, and then stuff. So you can keep doing that as you go. You can even, let's say, for example, say, I'm going to upload a file. Now there's a, I'm going to go to my, let's say, clean shot. And then I'm going to say, explain this code. So this is like a code snippet. I put explain what is happening in this code. Please mind the typos. Another cool way to fix your typos is to just double click. That's if you've got the Edge browser or a Mac. Rewrite with Copilot, and then it will just correct that to make sure that it's done proper. For some reason, it's not working today. Weird. Okay, let's use Max. Let's proofread that. So basically, it will proofread, make sure that it's written properly. So as you can see, explain there's not written properly, and there we go. And then, so it's multimodal, meaning you can use different types of information to have it. So you see, this looks like a free product. You're building a Valentine's Day landing page for someone special. It's telling you everything that's going on in that little code snippet. So you can imagine as you're studying, you can give it different types of information, help it explain. It can give you tests even. So you can say like, please test me on what you taught me in the beginning. And this gets very powerful because, like, once we get into Notebook LM, I'll create a video for that. There's so much you could do, flashcards, so on and so forth. So as you can see there, which keyword should you use to score the variable? So it's already testing me, and then I can go and test my knowledge. So it becomes like a really cool study companion. I've got gems for a lot of things. For example, I've got one for, let's say, my LinkedIn post assistant. Here we go. And I can basically say, help me create a post. On the let and var, post on the difference between, I'm definitely going to skip these things, let and var, there we go, in JavaScript. Okay, then be as specific as you can when you're prompting. Make it concise, about 3 to 4 lines long. Use best practice. There. So as you can see there, I used to think var was the standard way of writing JavaScript. That's like a nice clean. The only mistake we see that it made here was it didn't follow certain instructions. For example, it didn't create those 3 to 4 lines. This could be because if you look at my settings, maybe I shouldn't have space. So you see important post length 100 for normal posts. Did it listen to that? No. That's one problem I've come across with this tool, is that it doesn't listen all the way. So you have to direct it. And maybe also because it's so much information, it kind of needs to go on and on. But we'll go into Claude. Claude's a bit more specific, but as you can see here, please make it 3 to 4 lines. So you might need to, prompt it more so that it gets that. You see, there we go. I used to think, you see, it's still not helping, but it's a mixture of how you kind of programmed it versus what you ask, because sometimes it'll default to that. But let's leave that now. Let's jump into Claude. Now, Claude is so amazing. I prefer Claude when it comes to writing tasks. So like when it comes to creating content, that's copy, text. Claude is really good at text. Okay, so let's see the refined prompt for Claude there. So this here is going to be for the bot, right? And for Claude to create, they don't call them gems. Claude calls them skills. Okay, so you're going to teach it a skill. So in order to access your skills, you want to go to your menu, your settings over there, and then go to settings. I don't know if there's a quicker way. I feel like there should be a more intuitive way to do it. And then we're going to go to capabilities. So as you can see, I already have a LinkedIn post generator, ad copy assistant, newsletter generator, thought leadership blog, blah, 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 blah. And then there's, of course, example skills if you want to learn, and you can, of course, activate those. But we want to create a new skill, right? And you could create with Claude by just helping it, like guiding it through how to help you build a specific skill. You can import a skill via MD file if you have one, or you can write specific instructions. Let's start. So we'll call this favorite tutor, right? And then we'll say, teach me how to understand. Okay, these are just generic things I'm giving here. And then I'm going to put that in there. And as you can see, and then we'll say, okay, we'll leave it there. I think that's fine. And then we'll say create. Now, I haven't really tested Claude when it comes to being like a tutor and stuff. I think the more general approach of Gemini would be better, but you can imagine. Let's just give it a try here. Now, the way you access this is going to be a bit different. So the quickest way is, of course, try in chat. You see, and it will write a prompt for you. So ideally, you need to be able to call the skill out. So you could say, help me understand var versus let in JavaScript. Please use examples. Use the favorite tutor skill. Okay, see, another thing you could do is teach it to use a style. So you could see this thought leadership, explanatory, concise, learning. So ideally I could create a style, basically teaching it how to output the information. And normally I just use the same as the prompt, but as you can see, this one already has learning. So we'll click that one. And then again, you could choose the different models depending on what you want. There's extended thinking. I'm going to turn that one off because I don't think it needs to think that much for this. And then we will see what it produces. I'd be happy to help. I love the way they format the color. It's so beautiful. So there we go. What's your experience with JavaScript? Have you used either var or, you see, it's giving more details, which is something Gemini didn't do. I'm starting to really fall in love with Claude because it really is specific to details. It's so specific, and I think that's why I love it. So let's just say I just started a course. I am 1 month in and have done HTML and CSS and just started JavaScript finding it difficult. Remember, be as expressive with your prompts as possible because it helps the AI. And then you see it's reading the favorite skill, the tutor skill there to find out how it's going to help me. There, you see, and then this, I've got to say, Claude has got to be the best. And you can see it gives me little code snippets showing me how one is better than the other, why I should use this, why I should do that, in a very beautiful way. I promise if Claude wasn't as expensive. And as you can see, there you have it. It's just going to help you with that. So again, like I said, it will help you with as many things as possible. I'm going to go back to this, to our settings, because I'm not quite sure if you can call them easier, these skills easily, but I'm still kind of learning the program. But usually I try to remember what the things are. So as you can see, LinkedIn post generator, I come there and I say try and chat. So hey Claude, can you make something? Can you help me? Let's say, can you help me come up with a post about the difference between var and let in JavaScript using the post generator skill. Then we can say, please make the post short. Give me about 4 to 5 lines. Let's see how it does this versus the Gemini gem we used. Again, it's saying learning. I think instead of learning, I think I'd rather say thought leadership, because on LinkedIn I'd be wanting to pose myself as a thought leader. And then let's say, see what it says. See, I'll help you create a post. It's reading the file, the skill, trying to find out the requirements of how I want it done. And then it creates me there. I hate to say it, but you're doing it wrong. Still, var, da, 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 da. I think this is much better than, so as you can see, we've got 1, 2, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if like, but we'll exclude the things, and it's also got the hashtags. So as you can see, the difference between the two, I had to, this one gave me quite a lot, you know, I still had to prompt it to be more specific. And if you look at the first one, I asked it, you know, and it didn't ask me any questions. It didn't follow up on any questions I had about the topic, my experience level, so on and so forth. Whereas with this one, we got that, you know. So if we go to our chats over here and we go to the first one, you could see it did ask me questions before. I find when it comes to creating copy and text and really understanding prompts, Anthropic does such a good job. Whereas Gemini is really good for all-round stuff. It's really good for graphics, speed, and affordability. So you kind of have to just determine how you want, which tool works for you. And you, of course, you don't want to be spreading yourself thin, paying as too many subscriptions. You want to kind of like use the best tools for the best things. So basically, that's how it is. You can imagine each skill or gem becomes a specific assistant to help you with specific tasks. Some can help you with content, some can help you with research, some can help you with assignments, some can help you with, you know, coding. Like, the possibilities are endless. You could add extra information so that they, you know, draw from that information. You can make them multimodal. The possibilities are endless. I didn't want this video to be as long as it is now, but I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you will start creating gems and skills in these tools. A lot of them are free. You know, like, I only pay for Gemini. Anthropic has a free plan. You could use them for the day-to-day basic stuff. A lot of them are free. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos. Please do like and subscribe, as that will just help grow my channel. Please share links on social media, share with people on your WhatsApp or your stories, whatever you could do. If you feel this will be helpful to someone, then please do that. That's all for me. Thank you so much for listening to this video.